Alright.
Yeah, well, I'll have to ask EA about that one.
No, fuck EA. They screwed up my Mass Effect series.
Specifically, you'll have to ask EA Sports, because it's in the game.
Ironically enough, the only fucking games that are actually still a decent quality is their fucking sport titles.
You know why that is?
Why is that?
Because
it's the only titles they're putting any effort into.
But they don't really update them, they just don't really do anything wrong with them anymore. All they do is update the graphics, the fucking... maybe tweak the technical aspects of the games and stuff, but they don't really put any major upgrades in, but they also don't break anything either, so... Unfortunately, I can't see 2K doing the same next year. They're having... Oh yeah, pass me on your fucking fast motorcycle, Nova, why don't you? Prick.
Well, look at Nova here, being a speedy boy.
I was gonna say, I can't see the same for the 2K wrestling games happening next year. They're cutting the fucking budget in half, apparently.
Oh, jeez.
If rumors are to be believed.
That would not be a smart play.
Yeah, we've lost half the fucking team. Most people are probably losing their love for doing it. Yeah, best thing to do is cut their fucking pays as well. Great idea. I'm sure the game will be 10 out of 10.
Because, you know, that's how you're gonna raise morale.
I know! I was thinking probably more money is the better way to go, but no. What do I know?
Yeah, the next quest has a
You're just a person with a brain.
Indeed. Sorry, Nova, what do you say?
This quest I'm just getting right now, you'll be getting shortly. Worship Dragons has level 52 casting gear for you.
Oh, alright, I'll have a look when I've completed the quest.
Yep. I'll grab this H-Right current quest as well from him.
Fucking hell, mate. The gas I'm coming out with is fucking horrendous tonight.
Well, did you drink any soda today?
I'm actually drinking a Coca-Cola right now.
There you go, that'll do it.
And I had a Rockstar I needed to drink about 5 hours ago, something like that. It probably hasn't helped.
That would also probably do it.
It was good.
And in gorilla position, this is what I was talking about. Just whenever you get a chance.
I usually stop like recording sessions like after an hour just for safety's sake, so I'll have a look in like 25 minutes when I'm done with this one.
Which is fair enough.
I'm not sure what part this will be. I think it'll be like part 167, something like that.
Damn.
I think... I'm just trying to find out. We did 7 parts last night. I don't know. It's around 160 something anyway. And if I recall, I think episode 59 is only... It hasn't gone live yet, so... We're quite a way ahead of ourselves. Out of curiosity, I gotta ask, when you play 2K games, Tyler, do you get the accelerator, or do you actually spend time unlocking all the shit yourself?
That depends. I like to try to unlock everything myself first, but VC is kind of a pain in the ass turn sometimes.
Oh so yeah, believe me, I know.
For that stuff, but this year I actually got the accelerator for a different reason.
Because the game is still broken.
No, the last match in the showcase mode was so hard.
What was it?
To do the actual controls. It was the women's main event from WrestleMania.
Oh, the triple threat.
Yeah, it was so hard to get all the goals done. That because the AI was so good that I literally bought the accelerator just so I could unlock Becky Lynch's WrestleMania attire.
Oh, Nova. Sorry, I was going to say, Nova, none of this stuff is for me anyway, so I'll have to get it when it finally comes up.
For what? The end of the...
Yeah,
what-
like the Holy Rainbow Shirt offending and the maiming and
Oh,
striking.
yeah,
and all
no,
that.
that's the end of the quest that you're currently on. I'm talking about beginning
Oh,
of
okay,
the next
sorry.
quest.
I was gonna say I can't get any of this shit because it won't work for my
Yeah.
character class.
Yeah, I mentioned that already earlier.
So
with
I
that
thought you were
stuff.
talking about the previous quest. That was all.
No.
But
The
yeah,
next quest for you, Worsted Dragons, will have
yeah,
it.
I'm currently speaking to Marshchamp now to get the quest going. So, did you actually ever manage to beat the main event then, Tyler?
I did beat the main event. I just didn't do all the historical objectives. The historical objectives help unlock bonus things.
Yeah, I've
Well, you
done
know-
it myself a few times. Just I don't own that game in particular yet, so.
Yeah, yeah, I did it, and I was glad that I did it. I'm kind of a nutcase when it comes to that. I did showcase mode, and then 2 days later, I finished micro. So
Fair enough.
yeah, and I finished showcase mode technically before the game was out
How did you manage
because
to pull that off then?
the game came out on Tuesday. My local EV Games did an early launch 9:30 the night before.
Oh,
So I went and picked up the game early, and
did you suffer from all the fucking problems that a lot of people were complaining about?
I had like small graphical issues were the only real thing. There was this one reoccurring problem I was having where if you were playing universe mode and you set up like a women's championship match,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, sometimes after the match loaded, like when the champ was coming out, sometimes for whatever reason, instead of the women's title,
Oh, it was
they'd
the
be
IC
wearing-
strap or something, wasn't it?
they'd be like the US title or the Intercontinental title or something. And then after the match, the person who won the match would be the women's champion, but they would also be the US or the Intercontinental champion or whatever.
And because
So-
you can't fit men and women together, it was stuck on the women's division.
Yeah, so you had to just go vacate it and then set it to whoever you wanted it to be. Which, again, in my mind, very minor.
I mean, it's definitely annoying if nothing else, but it's I'm glad they did eventually patch that stuff out because I do remember hearing about that one actually.
And there was also another thing that they did patch out where I was noticing, even just to test it to see if it was a glitch, I turned the AI reversals down to 0.
Mhm.
And that doesn't mean that they will never reverse. It just means they are very, very unlikely. And I was still having matches where every time I did a finisher, the AI would reverse. I'm pretty sure I had Lana reverse my finisher more than once. Lana.
You know, Lon.
And there's a problem with Lana's reversing shit.
No disrespect to the actual woman, but a technician, she is not.
Not much of an actress either. God,
But, I mean, she pretended to be Russian for 5 fucking years.
I'm not saying she can't do a decent accent, but fucking hell, her current storyline with Lashley and Rusev, one of the main reasons I fucking stopped watching the weekly show.
That storyline is still going on, by the way.
I know, I did watch TLC, like I said, fucking hell. And if they've given Lashley the fucking win there, that means this storyline is going to continue as well.
Yeah, it is. Those two are getting
Ugh.
storyline married.
Oh, God. I don't mind the fucking Cuck storyline as long as it was... Like, the Maria one, I didn't mind at all because it was in the fucking 24/7 title picture and it was played up for fucking comedy. This is like giving a fucking high spot on the card, this one between Rusev, Lashley, and Lana. Ugh. I'm so fucking happy when it's over.
And 10 Bike says Lashley wanted no part of it.
Lashley's married, isn't he, to, was it Crystal or something?
Crystal Marshall, her name
Yeah.
is, I believe.
I wonder what she has to say about this entire storyline.
For anybody listening, I'm not creepy. She used to wrestle.
Yeah, she used to be on the show. If you were on SmackDown for a while, if I remember. She came in as the wedding planner for Edge and Vicky Guerrero, I think.
Yeah. Actually, I should reiterate again. It's not that I'm not creepy. I'm just not creepy for that reason.
Oh no,
Just
I'm sure. I'll be honest. I'm straight up perverted, but I really couldn't give a fuck. But yeah, that entire storyline. It's the reason why. One of the reasons why I haven't been watching the weekly shows.
Which is 305% fair.
Honestly, the Maria and Mike Kanellis thing, that kind of that made Raw hard to watch for a bit. For me, particularly, for one big reason. Remember a few months ago when people randomly turned on Becky Lynch and when they first turned on Seth? Do you remember why that was? Because if you don't, well, just in case anybody listening doesn't, I'll tell you anyway. It's because of something that has nothing to do with Seth or Maria. Seth or Becky, I should say. Maria called Seth Becky's bitch.
He kind of
And
was.
people turned on Seth because they're like, oh, you're literally Becky's bitch. And then people turned on Becky because they're like, oh, you're making Seth your bitch. And that wasn't Becky's fault.
Here's the thing. People turned on Seth not just because of that, because of how he was on Twitter with things like the whole John Moxley bullshit and all that, and then trying to be like, oh, WWE's the greatest, and he's just been a really fucking company guy and stuff. I mean, the whole thing with Becky didn't help. It really didn't. But at the end of the day, it was just one of the many reasons people turned on Seth.
And we got heel Seth Rollins back. I like babyface Seth Rollins. I'm not gonna lie. I know I'm probably in the minority on that.
I don't.
But
I
like heel
didn't-
Seth Rollins is.
I like
top-notch
cool Seth Rollins, who was part of the original Shield and stuff, but I don't like. I've never liked babyface Seth, to be honest, very much. He's always just been better as a whiny heel, in my opinion, than anything else.
You know, I really hope that now that Seth is heel, we get to hear the laugh again.
Yeah, he sounds like a fucking cackling witch.
I want to hear that laugh again.
I don't think they'll do it, though. He seems to be playing this one more like... oh, which way am I fucking going here? Nova, I'm lost. Help me. I'm lost, afraid, hungry, and cold. Oh, there you are.
No, but don't help, Mr. Trent. Save
Okay, I just gotta get
yourself.
into the fucking car.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I thought that Seth had a really good start to the year. They were just letting him perform really well in the ring. They weren't giving him much fucking mic time and stuff, which he didn't really need. But it seemed as soon as Mania was over, his fucking character just went down the hill sharply. They put him into that fucking feud with Baron Corbin, Becky, and who was it? Lacey Evans, I think it was.
Evans.
Yeah, it was just fucking terrible television. And then he started being a little bitch on Twitter and stuff, and it just made him really hateable. And not in the sort of good heel type of way. It was more like, as you say, X-Pac and all that shit.
I'm probably further this question than you are at.
You're still going the right way, buddy, so...
Yeah. Well, there's a fight you'll have to do along the way, so let me know when to stop if you see a purple circle.
Well, I see the
Yeah,
orange one coming up, but...
The phrase X-Pac heat, that's not a phrase you hear a whole lot of anymore.
I couldn't think of what else to call it, to be honest. I would call it Corbin heat, but, some people actually like Corbin, so...
I'm amazed.
I need to get out here, Nova.
Okay.
Thank you. Ooh, and this guy wants to play as well, apparently.
Yeah, I'll take care of it for him,
Oh, fuck off. Anybody been watching the backstage thing since it came on? I did watch one episode where Punk came back, but that was it.
Same answer I gave about NXT Live. Can't watch it here.
You know what? I'll just let them fucking chase the big black cock down. Fuck it. I can't be fucking bothered trying to fight everything. And there's a thing up here actually I can get.
Oh yeah, Aether Curd, yeah. I went and got some around here while you were in that cutscene for a while. With that one quest, that Hunter one, and then got the purple circles on the, well, not on the map, but on screen you'd see them. I think you still have to deal with 2 more of those encounters.
I've got one more coming up in a moment. You're actually just about to
Okay.
pass it. Everything's chasing down the big black chicken. No. It's not Colonel.
Oh, so it might be 2 then. They only have to
I'm
deal with.
right here on top of it, so I don't know if there's going to be another one after this or not.
Probably not. If it says press onto the stain one, then no.
Yeah, that's what it says.
That's quickly knock these guys out. Here, I'll get this out.
It won't be a minute. Is there another one on the screen? No, I've just gotta finish off the quest, and it's like you're in the right direction, so I'm going to go and sit in the back seat. You look like my Uber driver right now.
Except you don't pay him anything.
We don't talk about that. I just realized you've got your arm leaned on the fucking side of the regalia as well. You really do look like a driver. You just look like an Uber driver. Why does everything keep fucking attacking me?
The
Probably because
regalia
you're not high enough level past them.
the regalia is in FF14.
And the 15.
Yep.
Yeah, I know it was in 15. I just didn't know it was
Yeah,
in 14.
apparently it was a crossover
14
promotion.
did a Final Fantasy 15 crossover, and I got the regalia from it.
Yeah,
It's actually-
15 is one of the games I still have to finish.
I like the first half of the game quite a lot, but I think everything goes
I can't
downhill
skip this one.
after the Leviathan boss fight.
I've only gotten like 12 hours in.
Only 12 hours. You can complete...
It's sad that that's a laughable number now.
I know, here's the thing though, 15 though, you can probably beat it in about 12 hours if you're just doing like the main scenarios.
Well, you can probably stop being a dick if you just start shutting the fuck up.
Hey, I wasn't being thingy about it, buddy.
Of course you were. You're English, you prick. No.
Very well. We have a racist cunt in the call.
It's not racist. It's prejudice. There's a
Oh, yeah.
difference. I don't give a shit
Actually-
what color you are. It's the
Actually
country you're
depends. It actually depends if we're different colors or not.
from. I don't give a shit what color you are. It's the
Which
country you're
which
from.
part of the Neapolitan ice cream are you?
That was a question and a half.
Well,
I'm-
is he the pink, the yellow, or the black? Because
I'm-
that will
I'm-
make things awkward otherwise.
I'm like the. I'm like roughly the color of a McNugget.
The outside or the in?
Probably the outside.
You might want to get that checked out then.
I'm like an off beige. Because let's face it, white people aren't white, black people aren't black. Fact. We're peach and brown. That's what we're-
Unless you're Irish, and then you're very much a milky white.
Oh yeah, just as John Cena once said. Oh yeah, he's pretty pale.
Yes, because John Cena is the king of comedy.
Of course he is.
I think you meant that sarcastically. In other news,
Sorry,
I have my
I'm just
fourth
letting the
gym
cutscene
badge.
play it. You're only in the 4th gym? How long you had the game?
since yesterday.
Oh, you only got it yesterday, fair enough. Thought you might have got it like launch day or something.
No, I don't usually buy games on launch.
Yeah.
I usually wait a little bit.
That's
I didn't even buy Borderlands 3 when it came out on launch either.
I'm too busy playing Payday 2 still.
No, here's the thing. I was extremely hyped for Borderlands 3. It was the Epic Game Store exclusivity that pissed me off.
Where was it? Excuse me. What?
It was exclusive to the games platform that's like, here's $1 billion for you to host the game here.
Didn't it
and
get like a
nowhere else.
console release though?
I don't own a console that would support
Oh, do you not?
BL3.
Oh, fair enough.
I kind of sunk a large chunk of change into the laptop I'm currently using.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there's more. You can generally tend to play a lot more stuff on PC anyway.
Yeah.
I prefer.
So the PC was the better investment.
I like to have consoles as well. That's all. I don't
That's
really
fair.
have the best PC in the world, so.
Yeah,
I mean, I spent $1,600 on this thing. It
Oh,
better be goddamn good.
Actually, that's about the same I paid for this, but I got this a couple years ago as well, so.
That's fair.
No, actually, probably a bit less than that, actually, now that I think about it.
Well, you'd have to do the
Yeah,
British pound to
the
a
conversion rate, plus,
US
like I said, I
dollar.
got this PC like 2-3 years back as well, so... I'll take inflation into account as well, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Tyler? Are you mainly a PC or a console gamer?
I'm a console. When it comes to like PC, I don't find like using keyboard for things like comfortable at all.
Oh,
and,
thank you. Someone agrees with me on that.
And if I'm gonna be holding the fucking controller, I might as well be playing a console.
Like right now, I'm playing FF14 on my PC, but I'm playing with a controller, so.
Yep, same
You know,
here, actually.
While I am a mainly PC gamer, the thing is, for me, it depends on what kind of game it is. For if I'm going to use keyboard or controller. 'Cause
Simulation.
if it's something like Street Fighter, controller all day, every day.
Oh yeah, you can't play a fucking fighting game with. I'm sorry, you can't play a fighting game with keyboard and mouse. Fuck that.
No, you can't. For a racing game, it honestly depends with me.
I think
if it's
racing
an
game you can get
racer
away
like
with.
FPS, I'll use keyboard. But if it's more a sim racer like Forza or whatnot, I'll use controller.
I got some upgraded gear, by the way. No, I'll just put that on now.
Alright.
Hey, we're finally fucking something different. Oh, and then we got a nice, lovely shot of my character's cleavage. I did try and do a couple FPSs like Team Fortress 2 and stuff with keyboard and mouse. I can use the mouse fine for aiming, but the fucking keyboard for everything else, you've got no chance with me. My fingers are fucking skittering about like I'm trying to fucking pleasure a woman or something. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know where to put my hand. I don't know what button to press, and this fucking dragon's trying to eat me. 1 second. No.
I don't think dragons eating you is part of a first-person shooter.
Sorry, I was just about to get this fucking quest started, and then this dragon comes out of nowhere and decides to start eating me. And Nova tried to run him over with the car.
Dragon from out of nowhere.
But yeah, I can't even. I mean, I know a lot of people swear by FPSs with keyboard and mouse, but no, I can't do it.
Yeah, me neither. I
That's
should.
well, personally, I'm all FPS with keyboard and mouse, but even then, I do it completely backwards to how normal people do it anyways.
How do you mean use like your?
I use a fucking
hand?
trackpad. First off.
Oh, okay.
Also, I feel like I should reiterate about my my thing about me preferring like a controller and stuff. I have some motor skill issues. They don't cause any pain or anything, but like it's really hard for me to get my hands to feel comfortable.
Yeah, fair enough.
So like wrapped around, and I have fairly large hands too, which makes it even harder. But so like wrapping them around, like say the PS4 controller is really comfortable for me. The Wii U gamepad I found really comfortable. The Joy-Cons for the Switch, surprisingly, given how small they are, I still find those comfortable. But yeah, I'm just much more comfortable holding the controller.
Which is fair, because at
Yeah,
the end
absolutely.
of the day, preference is all that should really matter.
Speaking of preference, I can't decide who should win the Intercontinental title match, Finn Balor or Ali.
Finn Balor.
Ollie.
Ah, for fuck's sake!
Nobody has to be the tiebreaker.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Nobody have a coin on you by chance?
I don't have one on hand right now.
Can I just get out here? Oh yeah, I was gonna say because there's a thing I want to get.
Yeah, that's why I came up here. We'll actually have to come back here later, actually, for other reasons, but...
I don't have a coin, but I do have my Pokemon Sword, whatchamacallit, case.
Okay, I need to go score.
I can flip that.
If you feel, yeah, sure. We'll go. Zacian, Finn Balor wins, and if it's the back stuff, Ali wins.
It's the back.
All right, I'll play as Ali. Done.
I was kind of worried that I was going to do a bit of a Proton John moment, where where it flips the cartridge and it landed on its corner. And I was like, ah, son of a bitch, I would have had to reflip.
I'm just having a look around over, see if I can see any more points anywhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to head to one right now. We're actually getting closer to one. don't see it just yet because it's so far enough away.
Oh, did I asked Nova this last night? But did either of you watch the Game Awards by any chance?
Yeah, I did.
What a fucking waste of time that was, huh? And there's one up there.
Oh, there's
Nova.
one. Yep.
Yep.
I see it.
I only watched it because they genuinely, they do usually show off new games and stuff. And I'm primarily a Nintendo fan. That might rub some people the wrong way, but whatever. I do own a PS4, but as far as first parties go, I'm usually more of a Nintendo guy. But anyway, Nintendo, like the past 5 years, has announced things there, and they urged people to watch it this year. So I was like, well, they must be announcing something, and they didn't announce a thing. Things got announced for Switch, but they were third party.
I'm not really a Nintendo guy. I have a Switch. I have 3 games, and I probably put maybe 20 hours the entire year into the system, if that. But at the end of the day, here's the thing. Last year we got the fucking, for me at least, we got the Crash Team Racing remake announcement, which I was really fucking hyped about. Now you have loved the game while I've been playing it, but there was absolutely nothing to be fucking excited about while watching this year's Game Awards.
Yeah, there really wasn't.
There's another one southeast, but I'll come back to that one later.
Alright, I'll
come back to that one later because we'll have to
take
head
your
that
advice.
way.
Run over the goat. Run over the goat? Where would you run over the goat?
I don't think he wanted to run over the goat.
Run over Daniel Bryan.
No.
Come on.
Aw.
It wasn't that bad. You
That'd
could
be
run
kind
over
of
the
fun though
Indian
if you
Brian,
could do
though.
it like you did that in FF15. You could just run over things with a vehicle and cause damage.
Oh, Tyler, who won the fucking Game of the Year? Because I couldn't remember last night who it was that won it.
Sekiro.
Sekiro, that was it. I couldn't remember. I said Devil May Cry 5. I know it won a award, but I couldn't remember which one.
The least deserving of that category, Shields. Oh!
I wouldn't know. I didn't play any of those that were up for the nomination, so.
I mean, I thought Sekiro was okay at best.
As long as it
it's
wasn't
good.
Death Stranding.
From Soft Nerds up, well, from Soft Nerd Shield up.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's literally just a samurai game from Tryhard Studio. I mean, from Soft.
I said, as long as it wasn't Death Stranding that won it, I don't care.
I am slightly miffed that BL3 didn't win anything, but oh well.
The what, sorry?
That Borderlands 3
Oh,
didn't
Borderlands
win
3.
anything.
That wasn't even nominated, was it?
It
was
did
not
get
for
some
Game of the Year.
smaller nominations,
Oh.
but for some reason the Game Awards thought it was a good idea to not nominate it for Game of the Year.
Kingdom Hearts 3 got nominated for 2 awards as well, and they lost to lesser games.
To be honest, though, a lot of people even forget KH3's out. I think it probably had a good chance at, like, best soundtrack or whatever the award's name was, but...
Yeah, it was up for best soundtrack and best RPG. That's the 2 it was up for.
I actually only just bought that game the other day, but let's say everybody seems to have forgotten it came out until that DLC was announced a few weeks ago.
There's a lot of people in the fandom, and I'm not even gonna say a majority, but there's a chunk of people in the fandom
Thank you for waiting, Nova.
that are disappointed with Kingdom Hearts 3, and I don't fucking get it.
I think it was like a lack of answers at the end, and like there definitely was no Final Fantasy input with this one.
But
That seems to be like the major points I heard from people anyway.
But I mean, it was fairly well understood that this game was going to be focused on
Some more up here, Nova.
this game was going to be focused on Ansem's story. Not Ansem's story, Xehanort's story. This was going to be focused on ending his story, and we knew that before it came out. So the fact that they focused on that shouldn't have surprised anybody.
Listen, I like Kingdom Hearts. I'm not a massive fan of the franchise by any means, but I have played some of them, and I think I own all of them actually. But I don't know. I enjoyed what I saw of the game when I watched like a playthrough of it and shit. But I don't know, I'm actually quite happy to see this DLC seems to be bringing the Final Fantasy characters back at least.
Yeah, you know what? I'd like to see Noctis added as a boss fight. That'd be cool.
Well, I think he might get like a cameo, but I can't see him getting like any real input in the game. I just don't think 15 was popular enough for him to really be in.
One thing I noticed about Square Enix fans, they really don't like it when games try to make it accessible to new players. They hate that.
I loved 15 for its gameplay. I thought the story took a fucking nosedive in the second half. That was all.
Oh,
Thank you.
they say grab another one in the northwest.
Is
here.
there? Oh, okay.
Yeah.